10 years later, there was nothing left of the mill, except the broken white limestone of its foundation, showing through the swampy second growth as Nick and Marjorie rode along the shore. They were trolling along the edge of the channel bank, where the bottom dropped off suddenly from sandy shallows to 12 feet of dark water. They were trolling on their way to set night lines for rainbow trout.
There's our old ruin, Nick.
Nick, rowing, looked at the white stone and the green trees.
There it is. Can you remember when it was a mill?
I can just remember.
It seems more like a castle.
Nick said nothing. They rowed on out of sight of the mill, following the shoreline. Then Nick cut across the bay.
They are striking. No.
She was intent on the rod all the time they trolled, even when she talked. She loved to fish. She loved to fish with Nick. Close beside the boat, a big trout broke the surface of the water. Nick pulled hard on one oar so the boat would turn and the bait spinning far behind would pass where the trout was feeding. As the trout came back up out of the water, the minnows jumped wildly. They sprinkled the surface like a handful of shot thrown into the water. Another trout broke the water, feeding on the other side of the boat.
They're feeding.
But they won't strike.
He rowed the boat around to troll past the feeding fish, then headed it for the point. Marjorie did not reel in until the boat touched the shore. They pulled the boat up on the beach. Nick lifted out a pail of live perch. The perch swam in the water pail. Nick caught 3 of them with his hands and cut their heads off, skinned them while Marjorie chased her hands in the bucket. Finally, caught a perch, cut its head off, and skinned it. Nick looked at her fish.
What's the matter, Nick?
I don't know.
Made a fire with driftwood. Marjorie went to the boat and brought a blanket. The evening breeze blew the smoke toward the point, so Marjorie spread the blanket out between the fire and the lake. Marjorie sat on the blanket with her back to the fire, waited for Nick. He came over and sat down beside her on the blanket. In back of them was a close second growth of timber of the point, and in front of the bay was the mouth of Horton's Creek. It was not quite dark. The firelight went as far as the water. They could both see 2 steel rods at an angle over the dark water. Fire glinted on the reels.
I don't feel like eating.
Come on and eat, Nick.
All right. There's going to be a moon tonight.
I know it.
You know everything.
Oh, Nick, please, cut it out. Please don't be that way.
I can't help it. You do. You know everything. That's the trouble. You know, you do.
I've taught you everything. You know you do. What don't you know anyway? Oh, shut up. There comes the moon. You don't have to talk, silly. What's really the matter?
I don't know.
Of course you know.
No, I don't.
Go on, say it.
I feel as though everything was gone to hell inside of me. I don't know, Marge. I don't know anything.
Isn't love any fun?
No.
I'm gonna go to the boat. You can walk to the point.
All right. I'll help you push the boat in. I'll help you push it off.
You don't need to.
She go all right?
Yes.
Have a scene?
No, there was no scene.
How you feeling?
Oh, go away, Bill. Go away for a while.
There's our old ruin, Nick.
Nick.
No.
Terry! That was close. I'm 2 days into college and I'm 3 lectures behind. There's this boy, let's name him Colin. He said he wants to be mine, but it doesn't really sit with me quite right because he doesn't really like the things that I like. Now I keep accidentally locking myself out of my door in the middle of the night. I wake up kind of wired and I wake up kind of cold. And I wake sick. So sometimes I'm tired, but I'll just sleep in when I'm old. Yeah!
You better get 100 for this.
I feel like I should have my tongue out of my mouth. I feel like you'd be like.
Hey.